The very basic skills that you need to learn in algebra is solving linear equations. And linear equations are equations wherein the highest exponent is 1. Now, examples of linear equation will be x plus 3 is equal to 7, 2x is equal to 3, x minus 1 is equal to 0, and 3 times the quantity of x plus 5 is equal to 2. So notice that all the equations that I have here in my examples has the highest exponent of 1, but you don't see it. Because in algebra, we don't usually write the exponent if the exponent is 1. So this example right here, all of them has a highest exponent of 1, but we don't write it anymore. So these are all linear equation because the highest exponent of your variable or your term is 1. Now another thing that you need to understand is for x, there is also an invisible 1 by x. So you don't see it because in algebra we don't usually write 1 in writing an algebraic equations. So to solve our first problem in linear equation, let's start with the basic knowledge of solving for x. Now most of you are intimidated of solving a letter in a mathematical problem, but in algebra there's full of x's and y's and z's that you need to solve, and for you to be able to understand where the x's and the y's are coming from, let's take a look at this example. This is what we usually see in our elementary math problem wherein we need to complete our equation. So if I have 2 plus a box equal to 7, to complete the equation you need to think of a number that you will need to fit inside the box that will make it equal to 7. And we know that to complete the equation we just need to put 5 in the box, so we'll have 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. So the number inside the box is basically 5. And in algebra, we don't usually use the boxes. What we use are the variables like x's, y's, z's, and any of the letters in the alphabet. That's why from this form, we will translate this to an algebraic equation. So now we have 2 plus x is equal to 7, and our goal is to solve for x. And to solve for x, which is basically telling us that we need x by itself. And to do that, we need to get rid of 2. And to get rid of 2 in your equation, you need to do the opposite operation of 2, which is the additive inverse of 2, which is minus 2. So if you minus 2 in this side of the equation, you also need to minus 2 in the other side of the equation to balance it out. So whatever you do on the left side of the equation, you may add, subtract, divide, or multiply a number to have x by itself. You need to do it on the other side as well. So 2 minus 2, you cancel it out, it becomes 0 plus x equal to 7 minus 2 is equal to 5. But in algebra, we don't usually write 0 plus x, so now we have x equal to 5. So we are able to solve the linear equation or solving for x. Now, in similar fashion, if we have x plus 7 is equal to 10, to get rid of 7 by x, you need to subtract 7 on both sides, so you can cancel this out. 7 minus 7 is 0, and notice that I did not write 0 anymore, so 10 minus 7 is equal to 3. So x, therefore, is equal to 3. And this is how we simply solve a linear equation using one step. Now let's use our new skill in solving for x for these examples. So for number 1, x minus 5 is equal to 2. We need to have x by itself, so I added 5 on both sides. So this cancels out. So I have x is equal to 2 plus 5, which is equal to 7. And for number 2, x plus 3 is equal to 10. To get rid of 3, I need to subtract 3 on the left side and subtract 3 on the other side. So 3 minus 3 is 0, so I have x equal to 7. And for my third example, I have negative 5 plus x equal to 2. I need to get rid of 5 by x, so I add 5 in both sides, so I have x is equal to 2 plus 5, which is equal to 7. So it's very simple on how to solve for x once you get used to the steps that you are working on. Now for the next 3 examples that we're going to be working on, the answers here requires you to understand or remember how you add or subtract signed numbers. So for number 4, I have x plus 7 is equal to 2. So the first step is to get rid of 7 by x, so I subtract 7 in both sides, so I can get rid of 7 by x. So now I have x equal to 2 minus 7. Now you cannot take away a bigger number from a smaller number, so when you subtract it, let's say 7 minus 2, we know it's equal to 5, but since you are subtracting a bigger number from a smaller number, your answer will be negative. So therefore x is equal to negative 5. And for example number 5, we'll use the same principle. If I have x minus 5 is equal to negative 12, to get rid of negative 5, I'll add 5 in both sides, leaving me with negative 12 plus 5. Now, since you are adding or subtracting signed numbers, negative 12 plus 5 is negative 7. So you just need to remember your lesson in adding and subtracting signed numbers, so you'll be able to apply it in linear equations similar to this one. And for number 6, I have negative 3 or 3 plus x equal to 8, minus 3 on both sides. I'll have x is equal to 5. Now, once again, you need to apply the rules of adding and subtracting positive or negative numbers to be able to find answers in one-step linear equation.